Welcome to UBBA Unplugged Live here at the 2024 UBBA Summit and Plug Fest from beautiful Kansas City, Missouri. Joining me now is Liron Ben-Horin from OneLayer. Liron, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
If you don't mind, let's just jump right into things real quick. You know, there's so much talk about the challenges facing different enterprise organizations. Maybe what are those main challenges that they face with scaling device onboarding as their private LTE 5G networks expand, and touch on a little bit how OneLayer can help address these challenges?
Sure. So I think in the words of one of our partners, which I really like, is basically every minute they spend working on provisioning and activating SIMs is a minute they don't spend on doing other things they should be doing with the network. You know, scaling it, optimizing its the network itself, making sure there are more business use cases that can be supported by the network. And ideally, they would like to spend much less time working on provisioning devices and automate this process. And not only that, but to enable other people within the organization to be able to do it themselves. Because I think one of the challenges that we see is that right now, a task that ideally should be relatively simple, still demands someone that has a lot of cellular expertise. You know, somebody who understands the process of provisioning SIMs, how to activate them, how to allocate a profile for them, to set dynamic IPs, to lock it to a specific device. There's a lot of things to do with the process of provisioning. And what we do here at OneLayer is we make sure that this entire process can become, for lack of a better word, seamless, or to make it much simpler in the sense where we separate the process so that they can, on one hand, provision their SIMs, right? So they have all the SIMs properly registered and ready to be sort of receiving a profile. And then we also have the other step or the other phase called activation, where they take those profiles that they had in mind and they allocate them to the SIMs that were already provisioned.
Right.
So in a sense, it allows the user to then split the process into two distinct steps and make sure that different people within the organizations will be able to take care of each phase.
Sure.
So that makes it a much simpler for the people
Much
who
simpler.
work. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, there's a lot to be excited about, a lot going on, a lot to consider. But, you know, as you said, the easiest we could make it, the most seamless we could make it,
there we go.
The better the experience, right? The better the experience for the end user.
For sure, 100%.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of this great event to be here and share those insights with us.
Of course. My pleasure.
Excellent. Well,
thank you.
That's going to do it for this installment of UBBA Unplugged Live from the 2024 UBBA Summit and Plug Fest.